Hello, peeps. Hello, how is everybody? Oh, I'm feeling energized. I am so happy to be in my studios. Oh, my goodness, I can't believe it. Has it been 9 weeks? Gosh. Anyway, I've got so much to share with you and tell you, and don't know where to start, but I'm going to start with Facebook. So let's grab these guys too to join us. Hello, Facebook. How are you? I am just saying to my friends on Instagram that I am so happy to be here. So this is my first ever, okay? This is my first ever lockdown live, simultaneously coming to you on Instagram and Facebook, and later on it'll be loaded onto YouTube. Hi YouTube if you're watching. And yeah, I'm back in my studios. So I came up to London. And I opened up. I mean, I haven't been here for 9 weeks. I'm here on my own. There's nobody else here. And yeah, it feels so good to be just kind of easing back into a tiny bit of normality. You know, I walked through the park this morning. I was quite early, but there were already lots of people out. But obviously everybody, you know, keeping a safe distance, friendly, waving, saying hi, lots of dogs, joggers, sun was shining. Amazing how the park has just sort of sprung into bloom since I was last in it. So yeah, exactly. No interruptions today. Honestly, can you believe it? Can you Adam and Eve it? Here I am in London. I'm not in southeast London, I'm in southwest London. But actually I'm about 1 minute late because my lovely neighbour passed by. I'm in my studios, and my studios were actually built as original Victorian artist studios. So we've got lovely light, which is really, really nice, and lots of other people. My neighbours are all creatives, they're, you know, photographers and artists and illustrators and writers. And us obviously being busy, being creative here, or just me at the moment. So that was really nice. You know, it was really nice to see somebody else outside of the family and say, hi, how are you? How's it going? And he's painting away in his studio and doing his thing. So yeah, and here we all are. So I'm in southwest London. So yeah, I can walk to the River Thames. I can, you know, go to Clapham Common. You know, it's just great. It's really nice. I really love it. So lots to share with you, and a couple of things actually that I wanted to let you know about, because obviously coming back here, it was a bit like kind of stepping back into a time warp, because things were almost, you know, as I'd left them. I mean, not quite, you know, kind of like those, what are they, the kind of the remains in Pompeii. I'd love to go to Pompeii if anybody's been, when they had, you know, the Mount Vesuvius erupted, and you've got people kind of frozen in time, and all their things and market stalls and all of that just kind of literally left and solidified with lava and fossilized or whatever. So you could get an amazing impression of what was going on at that time when the disaster happened for them. Well, it wasn't quite like that, but I did walk back and find a few things that had kind of all just been left, and rediscovered a few favourites. And I made my cup of coffee this morning, and I've got a new mug to share with you. So this is a lovely young ceramicist called Libby Ballard. And I know Amy can probably pop a link on there, and she's also on Instagram, Libby Ballard Ceramics. And I looked at her Instagram actually just before I did this to make sure that she was well and working, and she's back in her studios. She's got these mugs, which I bought these a couple of years ago, I think. I just love them. They're just a really nice shape to hold. And I first met Libby, I think, when she was a youngster on the Isle of Wight, back in the day when I was connected to the beauty company back then. And she's now moved to the West Country, so I think she's nearer to me, but her studio is up and running. So hi Libby, if you're watching. You probably aren't, you're probably too busy making mugs and all sorts of other lovely things. But I think it's so nice at this time. As many of you know, this is the time when I try and shine a little light on individuals, brands, particularly family-run British brands. I guess being a British entrepreneur myself, having been there and walked that walk many times with various different brands over the past that I've either co-founded or founded, and I know what it's like. And you know, I won't lie, actually here at Liz Earle Wellbeing, it's a struggle, and it's not easy. You know, our numbers are way down. We've got to be careful. I think the last figures I saw, we were something like over 60% down on our magazine sales because the shops have been shut. So, that's really hard. We're we're a small outfit and it's just us. And I've got a great team. Thank you, team, if you're watching. It's just so great to have you all on board, and everyone's just been brilliant and very adaptable and flexible, and so appreciate it. So thank you. Anyway, it's just, I guess what I'm saying is it's nice to have a platform here to be able to share, and that's why I kind of spread the love with Liz Loves. And for those of you who don't know, Liz Loves actually started as a magazine feature. It's a regular feature, and I really enjoy doing it. This is something that I do in each issue, and it's where I pick some of my favourite things and I share them in the magazine. And obviously now I can, do it here, live, share it with you guys. And actually, talking of magazines, can you see this is my wall? This is actually what my office wall looks like here in the studios. And I guess if I do more of this from here, which I'm thinking that I might well do, then I can show you more of the studios because we've got a little kitchen, so we do a lot of our photo shoots here. We do a lot of prep. If we're recipe testing, I've got a little makeup area with lovely big kind of like Hollywood mirrors and lights and stuff, and we shoot up there, or I get ready for events and things. So yeah, it's a really, really nice space. I really love it, and it has a lovely vibe. It's calm, it's quiet. And we have a little studio garden where we can sit outside, and yeah, it's just great. So it'd be nice to share it with you if you like. So anyway, yeah, Liz Loves. Actually, I was just looking at this because something I found in the fridge. Obviously, when I left to go back to my farm, I cleared out the fridge of all the fresh stuff, but I left various jars of bits and pieces. And one of the things that I left behind was this, and this I featured in Liz Loves. It's called London Bruncher. I think it's there. Is that, which one is it? Yeah, that's it there. London Bruncher Nut Butters. And this is a small startup company selling the most delicious nut butters, which I'm a big fan of because they are much lower in sugar than using, jams and spreads and things like that. And they are high in protein, they've got good quality fats. So I'm always saying to my kids, if they, want a piece of toast and jam, I'm saying, yeah, why don't you have a bit of peanut butter or a bit of almond butter or cashew butter or hazelnut butter? There's so many different types. And of course, no palm oil if they're, properly made. This is a really nice one. And do you know what I sometimes do? Don't tell anybody, okay? This is just between our circle of trust here. I sometimes take a spoon, and this is my treat. And then we just want a little bit of something. You don't want to have to go out and, open a chocolate bar or go and, buy some junk stuff. And this is particularly good. This, I have it, in the morning, is almond and espresso butter. Isn't that great? So I sometimes have this maybe on a rice cake or something, or a bit of sourdough toast with a cup of coffee. Because you get the espresso from the nut butter with the cup of coffee. It just tastes really good. Anyway, so I rediscovered that in my fridge. So I was pleased about that. So I've discovered some of my favourite coffee cups and my favourite snacks. So I'm a happy girl. Now, did you know that today is World Bday? Yes, not Bday as in bathroom Bday, because that would just be silly, wouldn't it? And that would be potentially a bit rude if we had to talk about that. Although they are very useful things, obviously, if you're lucky enough to have a Bday. But no, this is Bday, B-E-E Day. And I was reminded of it. I heard it, I think, on the radio this morning, and it just reminded me of the most amazing podcast that I recorded with a lady called Jill. I'm trying to remember her surname. Is it Jill Perkins? She is, Jill Perkins, there we go. I'm just looking it up on my laptop here. She is, I hope she still is, but when I recorded this, was a couple of years ago, leading the Bumblebee Conservation Trust, which is an amazing charity. I mean, oh my goodness, our bees do such phenomenal work. And when I met her at an event, and I thought, gosh, this is, you're really fascinating and you really know your stuff about bees. And I'd love to know a bit more, and I'm sure, as I always say, if I'm interested in something, then the chances are that you guys will be interested in it too. So I invited her to my studios here and we recorded a podcast. And to be honest, I was kind of thinking, bees, yeah, that's great. Let's come and talk about bees because that's nice. But I did not realise how fascinating it would be. Okay, so if you do one thing today, please take a listen to this podcast because it is so heartwarming and so amazing and so fascinating what these bees do. I mean, it's just phenomenal. These little creatures. We're not talking about honeybees. We're talking about bumblebees. And we would have no tomatoes if there were no bumblebees. I mean, it's extraordinary. It is, and what they do and how they work. And we discuss all sorts of things from organic farming and agriculture and what we can do to help protect our bees and how we can feed them, how we can look after them if we see them, how to tell a bumblebee from a honeybee. Really great if you've got children at home who might see a bee. I mean, please look after these little creatures. They are just extraordinary. Anyway, I know Amy, sweetheart, you will probably put a link, won't you, on Facebook? So our Facebook friends will see it easily, be able to click on it easily. And for those of you who are on Instagram or YouTube, please take a look. If you go to my podcast or, frankly, any podcast app, however you listen to your podcasts, if you just type in Liz Earle and BEE, chances are it'll pop up. But anyway, that was really great. And if you want to have a look at the work of the Bumblebee Conservation Trust, on Instagram they are Bumblebee Conservation Trust, funnily enough. And on Facebook they are Bumblebee Conservation Trust. On Twitter they are Bumblebee Trust. And I'm sure they have a website as well. So there you go. Shout out for the bees. Let's hear it for the bees. We love them. The bees' knees. Something else actually I found in my fridge, which is a rare thing. Maybe I should offer it for sale on eBay or some other auction site, is the Wellbeing honey. So this is, I can't remember what I was doing. I was doing something on this morning, must be a year or so ago maybe. And they have hives, or at least at the time they had hives on the South Bank. And it's amazing how you can make honey. You don't have to be in the countryside. Bees will flourish anywhere, particularly in an urban environment. You've got gardens, obviously, you've got parks. So there is scope for bees to go and pollinate and to gather pollen and to survive. And this was a this morning honey. Again, it comes out backwards, I'm sorry, but it's called Wellbeing. Do you see? Double E. Clever. No flies on these guys, only bees, obviously. But this is also very nice honey. This is a set honey, so I think you have to whip it to get a set honey. But it's quite firm. Delicious. I stop eating. It's very rude, isn't it, eating in public? So that's what I wanted to tell you about bees and honey. I've talked a lot before about provenance of honey and how to tell good honeys and stuff. So lots of that all on the website. So do please take a look. I feel very kind of officey here because I'm sitting at the table where I normally have kind of like team meetings. So I've got my laptop, I've got my iPad, I've got my stack of research notes to share with you. So yeah, all systems go today. So I've got some questions here that have come in. This is from Cornish Pixie, who says, another long shift, and as I was preparing for bed, my husband said to our youngest, who's 17 but still the baby, yeah, I know that one, Mum's off to bed for her daily date with Liz Earle. Excellent. You've become part of the family. Lockdown routines. Loved your comment about the quality of the magazines. So true. I keep them for reference and inspiration. In fact, you have your own shelf here. Yearbooks, gut health, menopause, etc., which I then use as a loaning library as my girlfriends hit challenges or need some of your fab evidence-based advice. Thank you. Oh, that really warms my heart to hear that. That is great. Anybody else have a Liz Earle shelf? Love that, loaning library. And it's true, the magazines, and I mentioned this before, we print them on really high quality paper stock, so it costs a bit more, but it means that you don't want to throw them away because they're the same quality paper that you'd find in a book. So it's just one of those little things that I think is important. This is from Margaret on Instagram. Gosh, how will we cope after lockdown if your daily live chats stop? Teary face. Would you consider a Liz Lovely's lunch or Christmas gathering? It's been such a positive experience that's come from the lockdown. Do you know, that is such a great idea, Margaret? We are going to have to stay connected. Okay, one way obviously is through the newsletter. So I'm just assuming obviously that everybody has subscribed to the Liz Earle Wellbeing newsletter, because that's where we share information first before it goes online very often. So there'll be a new one coming out on Friday. So please make sure that you're signed up for that. And yeah, I'm loving chatting with everybody. I'd like to have, a few more people around me. I'm here on my own, so it'd be quite nice when my team are back, or maybe to invite other people in or whatever. But yeah, let's make the best of a bad situation and try and get good things that come out of it for the future. So that's a really nice idea, Margaret. I know lots of you are chatting already. I can see all the comments. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the waves. And, Pippa saying on Facebook, a garden gathering. Wouldn't that be nice? Linda, my hubby just walked in from the garden and said, "Is that Liz on? I'll just go back out into the garden." Sorry, Mr. Thompson. Won't be long. Right, this is from Tracy on Instagram, and this is about my makeup videos. So you asked for it, so you got it. So I did another makeup video, and I posted it this morning on Instagram. And I've had some comments in already, which is really nice. This is from Tracy, who says, "Love watching these, Liz. Excellent tips and advice on makeup and techniques for the more mature ladies." Yes, exactly. That's us. We get stuck in a rut with shades and applications, so these help massively. Never used an under eye liner or eyeliner before, and this really made a difference to the impact of your eyes once applied. Yeah, it does. If you haven't seen me do that, it's a little sneaky tip where I use a special eyeliner pencil that I recommend just on the inner rim. Anyway, watch it and you'll see. Lisa says, "OMG, Liz, I bought your dress that you had on the other day that you were going to wear at the flower show. It's gorgeous." Yes, and it's not incredibly expensive. It's about £50. It's from John Lewis, so if you don't like it, it's easy, you can send it back. I love it. There's a link. Amy can pop a link on Facebook. There's a link on my Instagram. I love it too. It's absolutely going to be my go-to dress for kind of like summer parties when we get there, or just wearing to float about in and look lovely. So Lisa says, "I have also gone to my doctor's this week and have decided to go on HRT after suffering for 4 years. Thank you for all your wealth of knowledge." Well, Lisa, let me know how you get on. I should be really, really intrigued to hear. Alison, "I've been prescribed Earle Conti HRT this morning." Wow, another one. "I'm feeling nervous about taking them because I don't think they're body identical. Has anyone else tried these? I did tell the nurse I wanted body identical." Yeah, the estrogen part of if it's the combi patch, the estrogen part is always body identical. It comes from wild yams and any estrogen that goes through the skin, which is why it's safe if you have migraine or history of blood clots or high blood pressure or anything like that, because it doesn't go through the liver, you don't get the clotting factors. Not every GP knows that, unfortunately, and it's not in the leaflet that comes with it. So I'm sure the leaflet that you've hopefully read with care, Alison, it'll tell you, this may cause blood clots or thrombosis. That is not true because the estrogen part of it is going through the skin transdermally. Anyway, that's another story and we're not going there. But don't feel nervous about it. These things are incredibly well tested. The progesterone part, if you've got a combi patch, the progesterone part is there's a very small amount of synthetic progestogen, but they have been shown to be really safe. If you want to have a body identical progesterone, you need to go for Utrogestan. I explain all of this in my e-guide, The Truth About HRT. Now, on Facebook, just to warn you guys, I don't know why, because I'm in London, it's not like I'm at the farm and there's nobody else here on Wi-Fi, this is just my Wi-Fi. It says poor network connection. So I hope it's okay. Let me know, send me a little message, Amy, if it's okay, because I hope it is. Instagram seems to be fine. You guys okay? Let me know if it's okay with you. It's always so hard to know. Kate, hello. I've just bought yearbook 1 and 2. Excited to receive them. Brilliant. Lots of chat about Pompeii. Yes. Fire Tree tonight. Yes, gosh, is it the 20th? Yes, Fire Tree. Chocolate tasting, if you managed to get that. Well done. There's still the 10% discount on Fire Tree chocolate, by the way. This is from Lelp55. Love the blue mug matches your top. Yeah, so it does. Isn't that pretty? All carefully planned, you know, carefully. Spent hours planning this. No, I'll tell you about this. This actually isn't a top, it's a dress. If I stand up, I can show you. And look, ta-da! Oh, look, I am. Two-tone mug, two-tone dress. Look at that. I mean, it doesn't just happen, you know. So this is, I love it because it's got little drawstring here. Super comfortable. It's like wearing a posh, large t-shirt. And it is from, oh my goodness, is it from a speaker or is it from Asquith? I think it's Asquith. Sorry, both brands begin with an A. This is my lovely Asquith clothing brand, which you get 20% off, which is really nice. So it's fun, isn't it? Again, that was in my studio, so lovely. This is going to be a summer favourite too. So I expect, Amy, if you are still with me, you will pop the link up. I think that Facebook may have gone down, but it says it's recording, so I'm going to carry on because then I'll just post it to Facebook afterwards. So it maybe it's our turn, Instagram. Maybe everyone from Facebook's going to hop over and join us here. Let's see if they are joining us. So many nice comments. Thank you, Lucy. Keep doing these. Oh, Kate, I found a farm by me where they have vending milk. Love it. Yeah, we are working. Gosh, it's been a bit of an effort. You know, when I said, and we'll just pop on the website details of all the vending machines that sell milk around the countryside where you can go and get your glass bottle and just refill it with milk. Well, of course, that was a big task. And lovely Betty, who also looks after some of our online content. Thank you, Betty. She's been pulling all that together. There's over 100 different farms, and some of them have raw milk, some of them have pasteurised milk. They're all unhomogenised and fresh. And anyway, we are putting that together, and it will be out there soon. Nat Franklin, love your top, Liz. Where's it from? Okay, so we've established it's Asquith. AsquithLondon.com, I think they are. I'll put the link in the bio. You'll find it online because we've got the discount code. Liz Loves gets you 20% off. And as you can see, it's two-tone. Okay, Kay Green, please keep doing these chats. Yes. Right, Silver Driver C. Did you find any boxes of old magazines? Well, it's funny you should say that because I did. And I'm going to take some more back to the farm because I found a few more back issues, which are lovely archive ones. I know everyone's really enjoying those. And I asked Betty to put, I think I had a dozen bundles of these 4 here, actually, which I thought, let's pop these together, these 4, and I'll pop in a free copy. This was the first ever printed issue. Isn't that amazing? First one. So, yeah, I found some of these. So I said that, post this video to keep it. Sorry, that is Facebook. So I'm going to just share that with them. And then I'm going to see if I can patch them in again, shall I? Yeah, let's go. Let's patch them in again. I've got to put a description in. What shall I say? Back again. Sorry, bear with me. Back again. Exclamation mark. Done. Start live video. Sharing live. Hello, Facebook. What happened to you guys? I'm so sorry. I promise you that wasn't me this time. Honestly, I've got witnesses here. I didn't touch anything, did I? I didn't lean forward. It wasn't like Simon Lysette when I went bye-bye Simon and they cut the whole of Instagram off. No, I had my hands on my lap. I really don't know what happened. And it just said poor network connection. And it's literally just me here in the middle of London, which should have good Wi-Fi, but maybe not. Maybe everyone's streaming stuff. I don't know. Anyway, hi, Susan. Nice to have you back. Oh, and you're back. I'm sorry. I'm super sorry. It was not my fault, but very nice to have you back. But I was just saying, I had a question from Instagram about whether I'd found any old copies of the magazine, archive copies, and I have, and I am going to be taking a bootload back to the farm so I can do some more bundles because you're loving the bundles. And I put together this little bundle of 4, which has a free copy of my first ever. I mean, that's going to be a collector's item, isn't it, soon? Anyway, I think they've virtually all gone. There are just a few, literally a handful. But please don't panic because I promise you, my task with my boys back at the farm is going to be a really good occupation for them. I'm going to get them to sort out various bundles that we could do and just, share them, because they are so lovely to have. And I know that many of you have just discovered the magazine for the very first time and you want to catch up. I mean, for example, this one, which is summer 2016, look at that. That's got 56 recipes in it for summer. And they're all good. I mean, they're all things that I still make now, and all the information in here is still really... Oh, here's my lovely Lily. Let me just share that with you. There's a picture of us. I think we did this for Chelsea Flower Show. Look at that. That's my lovely girl. Isn't she beautiful? Flower girl. And thank you for all your kind comments and good wishes for Lil. She is on this antihistamine diet now, which we're now looking at a bit more carefully. I've written about it online, so if you're interested, if you get hay fever like me, there's also a link with histamine and migraine, and histamine and chronic pain, histamine and lethargy, tiredness, lack of energy. Really interesting subject. So we're going to be researching it more. So you're getting this in real time, because we don't know a lot of the answers yet, or the outcomes, but you're kind of with us on that journey. Something else that I found while I was here in my studios, and I just wanted to share with you, because lovely Diane Danzybrink sent this to me just before lockdown, and it's a poster. Apologies for it being backwards, but you get the gist. And it just says, could it be menopause? And then it's got here her details, menopausesupport.co.uk, which is her website, which is great. If you don't know it, and you need to know information, particularly for support, then go to that. And it just has some of the things that might be affecting you that you might not think are connected to menopause or perimenopause. You might be in your 30s, you might be in your 40s, and these hormonal changes are happening. So it's not just about hot flushes. And so this poster is something that you can stick up. You could stick it up at work when we go back to work. You could put it on the back of loo doors and the ladies' loos. There's lots of ways that we could spread the word. You could give it to your local GP surgery. You could pin it up on a staff room notice board. Just lots of simple ways that you can help signpost other people, other women particularly, to get great information. So this says, these are some of the symptoms that you might not think: dry eyes, dry mouth, brain fog, fatigue, loss of confidence, loss of joy, poor memory, poor concentration, anxiety, feeling depressed, loss of libido, changes to periods or digestive issues, painful aching joints, dry itchy skin, palpitations, difficulty sleeping, hot flushes, night sweats, vaginal or urinary symptoms, mood swings, irritability. All these are caused by lowering levels of estrogen. So thank you very much, Diane, for sending me. You sent me a stash of these, and as soon as I'm able to get out and about, I'm going to be out there with the blue tack or the drawing pins or whatever, pinning them up. One last thing, I kind of saved the best till last, so I'm really glad that you're back with us, Facebook, because I just wanted to share something a little bit personal with you. It was my birthday on Sunday. Thank you for all the good wishes, and it's really been lovely to have so many kind thoughts and wishes from everybody. And I was with my family, obviously, down at the farm. My lovely younger daughter made me a delicious cake. She made me a lemon and poppy seed cake, which was really good. And she gave me the most beautiful card. And I just thought, that's great, that's lovely. I wasn't expecting anything else. Anyway, before I left yesterday afternoon, she came up with this. And she gave me a big hug and she said, oh, I'm really sorry, Mama, it's late. It's only just arrived, but this is your present. I said, wow, that's great. I wasn't expecting anything, but thank you. So anyway, I opened it and it made me so emotional. And I was so touched by it. And that's kind of partly, I think, why I've saved it till the end to talk about, just in case I tear up again. Anyway, it's this company called Aphrodite and Ares, I think, Ares, Aphrodite and Ares. And they have a website and they're also on Etsy. And it's a little tin. And it says, 12 reasons why I love you. And inside this tin is some fair trade Earl Grey tea bags. Delicious. She knows I love Earl Grey tea. It's my go-to tea. So I opened up the tin and I could see these tea bags inside. And each one has a personal message printed on the little tag that she has written. So what you do is you go online and you fill in a little form, and it gives you 12 little boxes, and you write what you would like to say to have printed on your tag. And I thought I might share them with you. So this one, it just says, you're constantly generous and selfless. Well, I don't know about that, but thank you. This one I love. You give the best and tightest hugs. It's true, I'm always squeezing my children. You love making others happy. Yeah, I do. I do genuinely love that. You go above and beyond. Well, maybe sometimes. You're strong when things are hard. Yeah, things are hard, aren't they, sometimes? You know, it's very easy on social media to present just the good stuff. But I think possibly many of you know, and you can kind of read between the lines when I write my column at the back of the magazine, you know, you can sense that there's obviously, you know, stuff going on, which is difficult, and, you know, we all have challenges to cope with, and I do try and be strong. It's not possible all the time, as it can't always be strong. You care deeply. Yes, I do. Maybe too deeply sometimes. You're always there for me. I thought that was a great one because, you know, as a mother, I think, or anybody who cares for anybody else, you know, when you're busy, when you're having to work and juggle and look after other people and, you know, just life. And, you know, I often feel that I don't actually give my children perhaps as much as they should possibly receive from me. So the fact that she's said, you're always there for me is great. Nearly there. You're my role model. You're an inspiration to so many. I'm going to have to stop. Anyway, I just wanted to share these with you, not to show off or anything, but just to say what an amazing present. And I think we could all do it. They're not massively expensive, but the thought is just unbelievable. Think of what you could say and just send it in the post to somebody. You make me feel loved and secure. Isn't that great? Where did she get this stuff? She's so deep. You're passionate about helping others. Yeah, that is true. And this one, I love this. I will quote this one. It says, you always know what's best. Yes, I don't know that I do. But I would love to think that you think that. Anyway, on that note, I will love you and leave you, and I'm going to see you. Actually, do you know what? I'm not going to see you tomorrow. I'm actually... I'm going to go and see my elderly parents at a safe distance who are in London, and so I'm not going to see you tomorrow, but I will see you on Friday and Saturday. So I hope that will make up for it, and I hope you've enjoyed being here in my studios, and I so hope that that we can connect here and on the farm as well very often. Thank you for all your messages. I'm just having a look here. We will be popping links to all that stuff. Yeah, I'm sorry the magazine bundles have gone, but I'm going to be making more. So I think if you're keen beans, just keep checking back on the Liz Earle Wellbeing website, and we'll upload them. And obviously when I get lots to tell you about, then I can promote them here as well. But we'll just kind of keep them coming, and hopefully you can keep enjoying them. Anyway, I'm going to send you lots of love. Thank you for being with me today. Take care. Bye-bye.